Hey, Jared here. I just went grocery shopping. Ugh. And what I'll be doing is just taking out the items of my grocery bag. It's not a huge grocery bag. And then I'll also be talking about 10 principles of intuitive eating. These are not the original 10 principles. These are principles that I find useful to help explain intuitive eating. So we're going to do a little mixture of talking about food and talking about intuitive eating principles. And if I forget a principle or two, oh well. There's an in-depth article down below on the website. It goes into each of these 10 principles that I really find useful to help explain intuitive eating. And yeah, let's dive in. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video or comment. I will respond. So first of all, we got eggs. Now, I love eggs. They're filled with delicious protein, good fat. They are amazing. I will probably have about 3 eggs later on, and eggs get a bad rap from people. Oh, they got cholesterol and all this stuff, but they fill you up, and as long as we're getting filled up with food, we're not going to be snacking as much. We're not going to be tempted to eat all these extra things. So we really want to prioritize filling up. Fat is not bad. If you have fat, you're just not going to, overall, you're going to fill up and you're probably going to eat less calories overall. And this goes to something that's one of the principles. It's just a basic nutrition fact. We start off with basic nutrition in intuitive eating. I think that's number 5 on the principles down below or in the article. It's not that intuitive eating is this weird, intuitive, like fluffy, duffy, hippy dippy nonsense. No, we start off with some basic principles. Let's get you some eggs, 1 meal a day, like toast, couple eggs, throw on some salsa, maybe some black beans. You get your carbs, your protein, your good fats. It tastes good. We want to give you a little bit of structure and guidance as you begin your intuitive eating journey to stop binge eating, to stop emotional eating. So eggs are amazing for that. All right, what's next? Let's see. Okay, we got Greek yogurt. And this Greek yogurt, I'll just show you it. It has 4% milk fat, but trust me, I tried looking for the full fat version. I'll show you real quick. They didn't have my favorite, which is plain, it's full fat. Don't be afraid of fat. Don't be afraid of fat. Because, again, when we start off with these basic nutrition pieces of advice, what we are trying to do is get you started, like almost like you were riding a bike. And when you ride a bike, if you've never ridden a bicycle before, you're gonna fall down. You're gonna go fall down. You're gonna fall down. And intuitive eating is about you listening to your body, listening to how foods make you feel. Hint: sugar doesn't feel good, and natural foods feel good. It's about you listening to your body and correcting and picking yourself up again and learning to stay the course with food. But we expect you to fall left and right. And so with food experimentation, right, you start off with yogurt or whatever, and you try some foods and you see how they make you feel. And that's a beautiful mentality, that you can try different foods, that you can ultimately decide for yourself what you want in your diet based on how they make you feel. So it's like learning a bike. We give you training wheels. The training wheels, again, in the beginning is kind of give you some basic nutrition, but then as you learn to ride the bike, you're going to fall left and right, or you're going to make course corrections based upon how foods make you feel. This is a drastically different mentality than dieting. Dieting and most other just health plans out there, they tell you eat eggs or don't eat eggs. They tell you this is good, this is bad. But you're not encouraged to explore for yourself. And that's what we want. We want you to explore different foods for yourself so that you can make your own decisions. At the end of the day, if eggs don't make you feel good, don't eat them. Salsa. Ooh, this is a good one. One of the principles down below is personal pleasure matters. Food satisfaction matters. It's not just about health. Because yes, celery is important, or celery is tasty, but damn, I haven't eaten celery in years because, man, it is, I don't like it. So, salsa, I do like. I put it on everything. On my eggs, for example. We want you to enjoy the way food tastes, the way it makes you feel, and really paying attention to what's it called? Like how long the food fullness lasts. This is extremely important, that concept that a lot of people don't emphasize in their nutrition programs, is making sure that you listen to your body, to your stomach, and just listen to like how full foods make you feel and how long that fullness lasts. Because a huge part of getting pleasure out of foods is actually having the foods fill you up, and your personal pleasure is so important. And another principle of this intuitive eating stuff is that yo-yo dieting is one of the most common forms of dieting. Everyone starts a diet, every New Year's or whatever, someone starts a diet. A few months later, a few weeks later, they quit the diet, right? The most common form of dieting is starting and stopping. Why is that? Well, it's because, in a nutshell, it's based on restriction. It's not based on personal pleasure. In fact, all the pleasure is taken out of food. It's all about calories in, calories out. And so if we're learning to be our own health masters, if we're learning to create our own health plan, which is all about tapping into our own intuition, then we need to emphasize personal pleasure. Salsa. Salsa gives me pleasure. And same with eggs. I like eating eggs. They make me feel good. And salsa makes it taste good. And when it fills me up and it tastes good and it's healthy, I get satisfied and I stay with it. In fact, I don't even need to stay with it. I just do it automatically. It's not even a course. It's not even something that I'm thinking about. Yes, Brussels sprouts. They ran out of broccoli, which is very sad. I don't know. They normally have these. So I always go plastic. I never get these the fresh vegetables. I know. Like you what's it called? That you're told, I'll get fresh vegetables, and that is quote unquote better. But these, look it's already cut up. So one of the principles is you are at the end of the day, you are the nutritionist. Create your own diet. You are the master. You are the captain of your own ship. And so this works for me. What works for you? I am gonna probably cook these up in a little bit. I'm gonna go like maybe eggs and toast and salsa and get about half of this. I'm gonna eat a bunch of these in one go. I'm gonna get about half of this, drench it in olive oil, cook it just in the pan. For me, it's all about time. I like things that don't take time, and I am the master of my own nutrition. And when I throw in olive oil, that's another great source of calories. We want calories, guys. We want calories to fill up. If you're starving yourself, it's not sustainable. You're gonna go on a binge. You're gonna gain all the weight back. We want you to have good, clean fuel in your body. We want your body running on good, clean fuel that feels good, that fills you up, where you're not as tempted to overeat because you're already filled up on the good stuff. So, anyways, Brussels sprouts, they're convenient. These pre-chopped ones, it's more like vegetables that comes in those bags that are pre-cut. So easy. Vegetables, great source of fiber. We all need veggies in our diet. They fill you up. Put them with a little bit of olive oil. It is a game changer. Avocados. Avocados and toast. Woo! I think enough said. California, avocados and toast. No, I'm kind of joking around here, but let's see, what about avocados? How can I relate this to an intuitive eating principle? Um, I don't know. Avocados have seeds in the middle. They have those seeds in the middle. And intuitive eating, it's all about, it's strangely enough, about making things going inward. It is about your intuition. It is about developing trust and confidence and meeting your emotional needs. That's another principle too. So one principle is make it spiritual. I call this going inward. Like just like the core of the avocado is the seed. The core of this whole intuitive eating program is in you. It's how you relate to yourself. It's about learning to listen to your body. And again, this sounds very vague, listening to my body. But remember, you're riding a bike. We give you training wheels. We give you some guidance to start. You know, we give you training wheels so you can move forward. Eat, and I've covered this below many times. Eating regularly, eating diverse food groups, unprocessed foods. And technically speaking, this is processed. It's wrapped in plastic, but we're not perfectionists. So yeah, you do get some structure, but then you listen to the structure, and if the structure isn't working for you, you adjust it. You adjust it. You're the master of your own ship. Emotions matter. Your emotions matter. How food makes you feel matters. Boom. Oh man, I have been, for some reason, like the last 5 times I've gone to the grocery store, I haven't bought peanut butter, and it has been so depressing for me. Not super depressing, but peanut butter. Man, I actually am just tempted right now to just make a peanut butter sandwich because I haven't had peanut butter in forever. And speaking of peanut butter, I know I got some nuts in here as well. Nuts, peanut butter. This is unsalted. Let me see. Yeah, very little sodium. Same thing with this. Some of the peanut butter and some of these things, even some of the yogurt, they're darn deceptive. Like the yogurt, there's tons of this non-fat yogurt. I was looking through it earlier today when I was searching for my full-fat yogurt. I couldn't find the full-fat, so I looked at a bunch of different options instead. I ended up getting this one, which is good. But I saw a bunch of yogurts that were non-fat with 30 grams of sugar per cup. That's worse than a soda. I mean, it's some of these things are just deceptive. It's all marketing, right? Like these companies, man, they're out there to get you. They're out there to get you to buy their product. Non-fat, and it tastes good. How does it taste good? Well, actually, full fat and low sugar still tastes good as well. But just thinking out there. Anyways, let's see if I can tie this back into a principle. Nothing's come to mind. That's okay. You can read the article down below. It's on the website for the other 10 principles. And lastly, I've talked about this before, but 100% whole wheat. If it just says whole wheat, it doesn't actually mean that it's whole wheat. The 100% means it's whole wheat. 100% whole wheat. So that's what I got. I'm hungry. I'm listening to my body. I'm pretty hungry right now. So I'm going to eat foods that fill me up. Hopefully they keep me full for another few hours, but I can trust that I will eat again. I'm not starving myself. And yeah, so these are some good ideas. I'm going to whip up something. Have a great day. Comment below, like the video, and talk to you soon. Peace.